It's all uphill from here. We're too close to the Writhing Wall for a portal, but I brought grapple bows just in case. Clearly the worm cult is here, and having some trouble with the local wildlife. Cliffs ahead. See that post above the red flowers? It would be a good place to use a grapple bow. Not much of a pass, is it? I hope Vaughn... I wish Vanus Galeri. This looks like a promising spot. Be ready.
Finally! We must speak swiftly. I have little time. Gabrielle, help maintain our connection. I assume you're assisting Gabrielle. Good. I hope she still had my stuff, but I wasn't sure my previous messages got through. Listen, we have little time. The permanence of the wall fluctuates, and I can be cut off at any moment. Where are you now? I'm in Solstice as well, on the other side of the Writhing Wall from you. The worm cult brought me here from Cold Harbor, and they brought Cold Harbor here as well. Wormblood is attempting a new plane meld, in reverse. Like Molag Ball's dark anchors, but in reverse. Instead of dragging our world into Cold Harbor, he's bringing Cold Harbor into Nuremberg. The eastern side of Solstice is already changing. You can't, not while the wall still stands. I have some help in here, but my ally convinced me it's impossible for now. The Writhing Wall is an insuperable barrier, thin spots such as Lizal notwithstanding. I need you to...
Father, I see what Vanus meant by permanence. The thickness of the wall fluctuates. We need to find another weak point. More cliffs. Look for grappling points to traverse these ruins. Bonus is right about Cold Harbor. I can see elements of that foul place all around us. Here. The wall is thin here.
I'm here. Quickly, there is more I must tell you. Curse the luck. I sense that the Writhing Wall fluctuates at random, but I assumed we'd have more time. Thin points appear and disappear without warning. How far has the Wormcole's reverse plane meld progressed on your side of the wall? Daedra. That's worrisome, but not unexpected. If you aren't surrounded by lakes of azure plasm or looking up at floating islands of rock, then things haven't gone too far yet. We still have a little time to stop the worm cult. I'm not sure yet, but an army of necromancers and Daedra is massing in eastern Solstice. Clever of Wormblood, really. If he gathered his forces anywhere in Tamriel, we would have noticed. But a cursed island in the Writhing Wall blinded us. Unlikely. Wormblood controls a terrible source of power on my side. Something that consumes souls. The worm cult soul reapers feed this thing. In turn, it empowers the Writhing Wall. Great effort. But to what?
Cut off again! We must find another place where we can speak with Bonus. Look! Up the steps! Another weak point!
Hurry, friend. My captors have finally figured out I'm out. Listen closely. Wormblood seeks a relic called the Gift of Death. My source tells me it's hidden in a place called Voska's Shrine. He must not acquire it. It's part of a Tibahatse court, sacred to Sithis. My ally here tells me it's in the hills southwest of Sunport. The Solstice Argonians used to play a ritual game there. A bloody one. As for why Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, I'm not sure. The worm cult brought Manamarco here. Now that explains much. Wormblood must believe this Gift of Death can resurrect his old master. It's up to you then. Stop Wormblood from obtaining the relic. If he... Damn it. Here come my captors.
I hope Vanus is alright. I don't like the way that last conversation ended. For that matter, I don't like what he told us. The worm cult gathering strength behind the Writhing Wall, and a new plane meld? That's terrible. I don't think so. Vanus mentioned a source of power. Still, we had to invade Cold Harbor to stop the plane meld before. Good people lost. Dead. I've missed Dardarian ever since. Now Wormblood is bringing it back? And Manamarco too? You're right, of course. We don't know if Wormblood is close to his goal. So you'd better head to the Tibahatse Shrine. Find the Gift of Death before he gets there. Or at least delay him. I'll return to Sunport and warn the Fellowship. Good luck at Vaska Shrine. I'll make sure Princess Ah sends help just in case you run into Wormblood too. It hardly seems fair. So many gave so much to stop the worm cult last time.
Five Claw, over here! Raz poked around several old Argonian ruins before returning to Sunport empty-handed. He never thought to visit an ancient ball court until Gabrielle showed up and sent him here. With great urgency, one might add. Imagine his surprise. If you consider High Necromancer Wormblood to be unusual, then yes. He arrived just before you, and he brought friends. They entered the old ball court just ahead. Raz wondered if they came to play a game, but no one invited him to join in. Indeed. This one must confess he is a little surprised and intrigued. But perhaps we should defer this interesting conversation until we have dealt with the matter at hand. Now remind Raz, what is Wormblood looking for here? If Wormblood is here, Vanus must have a knowledgeable source indeed. This one heard Wormblood tell his minions to seek the ball court's ritual altar to the north. Time for Five Claw and the Queen's Eye to save the day, yes? Look at the seating here, the carvings. Raz had no idea Tibahadze was so important. Aha! Look, Five Claw. Wormblood is here. This is our chance. More fellowship, fools.
Black Worm. Destroy these interlopers. Kill them already. Even failures can serve me in death. I have a better use for these wretched souls. Enough.
This one senses danger. Quick, Firefly! Hide behind the pillar!
Rise, my fears. Tear the flesh from their bones. You are a more worthy opponent than I expected. I reclaim my power from these flimsy vessels. I will consume your soul.
Take cover, Firefly! Another death burst. You begin to bore us, Worm Kisser.
Quiet, you mangy cat. My horde and my followers would tear you limb from limb. Your soul shall be mine. Fools! Death cannot stop me.
At last! Take the relic, Fiveclaw, and let us be on our way. Raz does not like the feel of this place. Coming back to life! It is foolish to fight a foe who cannot die. Destroy the columns, bring down the shrine. Raz will pin Wormblood to the floor. Firefly, get the gift of death back to Sunport. Raz will be fine.
Gabrielle recounted what you learned from Vaunus Galerion. Dire tidings indeed. Was he right about the sacred Tiba Hatse court? Was Wormblood there? Did you find the gift of death? Excellent news, I think. We still don't know exactly why the Worm Cult needs the gift of death to restore Mannimarco, if that is indeed their intention, but at least the Worm Cult doesn't have it. What happened with Wormblood? Immediate resurrection? What kind of power is he able to call upon? Only legendary necromancers or a few fated heroes can do that. If Wormblood can't die, how did you and Razumdar defeat him? You did well to keep the gift of death from Wormblood. Better yet, you found a way to speak with Vonus Galarian. Knowledge is a mighty weapon in this war of secrets. Now we know what awaits us behind the Writhing Wall.
Raz is here. It takes more than a falling building to send this one to the sands behind the stars.